global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Some few hours ago, a top chieftain of former PDP, now APC, spoke very strongly on the fate of Igbos to become president. He gave the exact year that they will likely be president, and he gave the condition that will make them become president. According to Chinedu Orji, the former ex-speaker of Abia State's legislature, he did say something very strong, and he told Igbos what to do. And the time he gave is almost unrealistic, and he gave the condition to which they can become the president. Now, according to him, during an interview series he had, they asked him a very simple question. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 questions he answered. And he said, talking about national politics, what would the Southeast gain to be part of APC? Remember, he ported from PDP to APC, and this is what he said. It is clear that APC is the better route for Southeast to produce the president of Nigeria. The Southeast has to therefore get entrenched in the party, win the confidence and buy-in of others, negotiate and get the ultimate political power. There is no way an Igbo man can be president of Nigeria if we don't negotiate power. We have to talk with our southern brothers, the Yorubas, the South people and the Northerners. Our population is not enough to vote in an Igbo president or Igbo as president. We need the vote and support of all the Nigerians. If we continue to be at loggerheads with our brothers from the southwest, north and south, it will be difficult to get the presidency. Have you ever asked this question? What did the president do to become number 1 today? He understood the power dynamics and played his cards well. Coming from southwest, he entered into partnership with the north. He started in 2015. He supported the North to occupy the presidency in 2015 and 2019. So in 2023, it was natural for the North to support him. Now, by 2031, political power goes back to the North. And they will now decide where they want the vice president to come from. That is how Nigeria is built. The Southeast has to be in the calculation of the whole equation. In APC, if Igbo don't negotiate power in Nigeria, it is going to be difficult. They now asked him a simple question. It will take Southeast 15 years from now to be the president using the APC route, all things being equal. Are you seriously recommending this? This is what he answered. So let me ask you something. What is the surest way of getting there? Let's give the 15 years you mentioned. Yes. Apart from these 15 years, tell me what other pathway is there to us to get to the Aso Villa. If they take the PDP route, which assumes that the North will take the presidency 2027, after President Tinubu's first term, don't you see that PDP route is shorter? He now answered, so tell me, what will make the president not to return, not to have a second term? Well, as far as I'm concerned, you are dealing with President Bola Tinubu. He's a thoroughbred politician. Do you understand what I'm saying? After 4 years, he has a right to seek a re-election, isn't he? Isn't it? I don't see any stress for him getting the nomination of his party to contest for the second term in office, which is his right. I don't see why Nigerians would vote him in again in 2027. It is the interest of the North that Tinubu complete his second term and hand over to them, knowing that after Tinubu, it is their turn. Northerners cannot gamble with this reality. They will support him. Then I asked him, you are saying that the best bet is for Southeast to wait for 15 years after the North must have occupied the presidency and leave by 2039? This is his answer. I'm very candid. He said, that is what my calculation is giving. We have to negotiate. Let us focus. We have been waiting for how many years to get into Aso Rock? Waiting for another 15 years won't kill anybody. If we negotiate well, 15 years will give us presidency. Remember that all the presidents that have come and gone were mutually agreed. If you check out President Obasanjo, you check out President Yaradua, you check out President Goodluck Jonathan, and even the last President Buhari, there was a mutual agreement among all major tribes. So our own case will not be different. It will not be different if we told that part of negotiation, so that these people will not say that when an Igbo man became president, something unpleasant will happen to them. Like I said before, Southeast does not have the numbers. Registered voters in the South is low compared to other geopolitical zones. When you check out the number of registered voters in other zones, you will see why I'm telling you that we need to negotiate power. We can't fight. We have to work with President Tinubu for us to be in the queue for presidency. Then I said, what would be your focus? And I said, my focus is the consolidation of APC in Southeast and in Nigeria generally. It is time for our Igbo brothers, young Igbo politicians and all to come out and work hard with the leaders of the party to project the president and to ensure that he wins election in the Southeast for us to be better reckoned with in the party. That is my focus. So then I asked him, what will you advise Nigerian youth as leaders of tomorrow? He said, Nigerian youth need to be more politically aware and pay more attention to politics. You cannot get what you are not part of. They must be part of politics to get political power. Also, the youth must be well prepared for leadership, get the right education, be mentally alert, responsible, and sensible. Alright, you've heard what Oji said. Politically and realistically, he's making a lot of sense. Because the truth be told, for a very long while now, the Southeast politicians have really not negotiated their way like Q. I think the only person that almost tried doing something similar to that was David Omai. But he's coming from PDP, so he's entering Q in APC. So he's probably building his, career. Maybe hopefully by that 15 years after, if Umar is still in the block, just maybe they may hand it over to him. What he's trying to say literally is that Obi does not have a hope from what he's calculating. Peter Obi does not have a hope, I will say, in 2027 that the presidency still continues with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And after Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the North will take 8 years, no man. Now that which means, from all indication, 4 years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and 8 years of the North makes it 12 years. Then after that, they can now start looking out south, coming again for the south, and hopefully looking at southeast. But it's also looking at the grounds that even when the North is coming to rule, maybe they can negotiate themselves to becoming the vice president, which they've not even been for a very long time. So it's a dicey situation, but the question is, will the Southeasterners agree to these terms? After waiting for this long, but they still need to go and renegotiate just like every other person is negotiating. But there's something he's saying, and he's saying it quite subtly, saying that if they must hand over presidency to the Southeasterner to become president of Nigeria, he must give them that assurance that they will not break out to another country or break Nigeria into a Biafran state and others. So they need to be sure that it's a thoroughbred Nigerian who probably must have signed. And he said something very unique, practically so, even though it's not nice to the ear, but it's really the reality, the harsh reality. For that of Bola Tinubu, this whole journey started way back before the time amalgamation of parties. All of that was to build up of his presidency of today. All those amalgamation of many parties coming together from APC, which he is one of the founding fathers, and all those fronting of former president of Nigeria, Buhari, waited patiently for 8 years before he came to his turn. These are the negotiation Oji is talking about, and the fact that even in the time of the former president of Nigeria, talking about Chieftain Obasanjo, he didn't just wake up one and merge the president of Nigeria. It was also negotiated. It was the turn of the South. MK Abiola was supposed to be the one to take it, but along the line, something unique onto what happened, and he was unable to sit on that seat. They now like, who is the son? And there was a negotiation somewhere that brought in Chieftain Obasanjo, which means in all of this, there's a negotiation going on at the back of this, behind the scene that most Southeasterners or Southern Eastern politicians are not saying, and it's calling on the brothers that can we all join together and get this act right. 15 years from now is what we have as the earliest time to become the president, and it's telling the Nigerian youth, get your ass together, put your house in order. You can also join the political train. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take?
Global happenings today. We communicate.